What's up, beautiful people? Maro Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you a Sunwuko Wave of Light guide for solo Greater Rifts, and this is probably gonna be the top build. Might be some other variants coming out, but this is not my build. This is actually this guy's build, so I'm just making a guide on it. And yeah, basically this guy was the first guy I saw with this build. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick, so let's just get right into the build. For the gear, you want one-handed weapons. In your cube, you will use the Incense Torch of the Grand Temple. It's a two-handed weapon, and you want to use one-handed weapons so you can get both of these, as well as this one in. So this is the only way, guys, and this is the way that will bring you the most DPS. So let's just start off with the cube today. Let's just start off with the cube since we're already here. This has to be in cube, as in terms of the stats on it. I mean, you can see here, this not only gives Wave of Light damage, but it reduces the spirit cost by 50%. So huge amount of damage coming out from just this weapon. So this one has to be in the weapon slot. You cannot go with something else. Spirit guards, you don't have to have spirit guards here. You can have Pinto's Pride. whatever brings you the most DPS, use that in cube. Use that on yourself and the other one in cube. And the stats you want on your bracers I will show you later. Ring of Royal Grandeur, there's no way out. This is, you have to have Ring of Royal Grandeur in cube, and you for your rings, the other rings that you will use are Focus and Restraint. So excuse me, guys. As in terms of the gear, for weapons, I would say the best possible stats, in my opinion, for a player that is playing on the seasonal ladder, you want to have one weapon with dexterity, area damage, and resource cost reduction. Not what I have here. And this weapon can roll 6 to 7 stacks, as you can see here. It is not primal, and you want to have 7. It's the set gives you 1000% per stack. So if you lose one stack, that is like, if you don't have, if it's less than 7, there's gonna be, instead of 10,000%, you're gonna have 9,000%. So make sure you get one with 7 stacks. As in terms of your Kirishiro blade, guys, as close as possible to 250% on your secondary there. I would say if you get something with 235, 240, something like that, but the rest of the stats are perfect, go for it. I don't have the correct stats here, guys. This is what I have, though. I would say for this weapon, for both of your weapons, both should have area damage and both should have resource cost reduction. In my opinion, one weapon should have life per hit instead of dexterity. If it's not possible, skip area damage on one weapon and go for life per hit on it. So area damage is extremely powerful in this build, and you will quickly see why when I show you, when I jump into a rift. So spirit as secondary as well, maximum spirit is also good, but it's like, if you don't get it, it's fine if the other stats are good. So those are the weapons, and let's go through the legendary gear. Crutus boots, in my opinion, guys, you should go for dexterity, vitality, armor, and wave of light damage. As in terms of secondary resist on all your gear, the one that you most want is that you want most is physical resist. You want to have as much physical resist as possible, and try to get it on every single piece that you can get it on. All resist is not as good on this build as other monk builds, so definitely try to get physical resist on everything here. Your witching hour, dexterity, vitality, attack speed. It always rolls with attack speed and crit. The values may differ depending on. So you can get like 5 attack speed if you're really unlucky, as you can see here, and you can get 7. But try to get those damage stats as high as possible in Ancient, of course, and physical resist if you can. If you can't, if the rest of the stats are good, that's good, guys. Even a non-Ancient can be used as well. In terms of the Spirit Stone here, I would say Dexterity, Vitality, Crit Chance, and definitely as high as possible on your Wave of Light damage. It can go up. It's from 125 to 150, I think. Yeah. Try to get as close as possible to 150%. Physical resist as well on this one. Don't go for Spirit. Try to get physical resist. If it's not possible, whatever secondary resist is good. That's for the legendary gear, guys. So those are the priority stats, I would say, for those. So again, if you were confused on weapons, one weapon, dexterity, resource cost reduction, and area damage. The other one, for example, if you can't get a weapon that rolls with so you can roll away the dexterity, you want to go for dexterity, life per hit, resource cost reduction, dexterity, area damage, and resource cost reduction. So both weapons should have resource cost reduction, and one with life per hit and one with area damage. Those are the priority stats in my opinion for weapons. So with the set items, shoulders and chest, I'm going to show you the perfect ones in a second here. So if I go to the leaderboard, perfect shoulders and chest in my opinion. Shoulders, just like he has, dexterity, R resist, area damage, and resource cost reduction. Really, really good. And of course you can get glow bonus instead of gold fine, but like if you get something like this, you're happy. As far as chest, this is the absolute best chest you can get. You can also get it with melee damage reduction, but I think that range damage reduction will be better here. So really, really sick chest. It rolled with physical resist as well. And elite damage reduction is insanely good. Remember, it takes away 11% damage from bosses as well. So try to get a chest like he has. This is disgusting. Even one that is without physical resist will be better than mine. So mine is good, but his chest is much better. As in terms of gloves, I would say Quadfecta is the best you can get here. If you can't get Quadfecta with resource cost reduction and area damage crit crit, you want to go for dexterity, crit crit, resource cost reduction. If you can't get Quadfecta. But yeah, and also secondary resist. Like the more secondary resist, the more all resist you get from your harmony. So remember that, guys. Pants, in my opinion, dexterity, vitality, armor, and then physical resist, or any other resist, but physical resist is the best. I think I forgot about Pinto's Pride as in terms of the legendary items. Pinto's Pride or your spirit guards should roll the close to the highest possible stats on the secondary. This one can roll up to 150%, and you want to get it as close as possible to that. And this one I was lucky to get physical resist on, but you want something like this, guys. You want to get life per hit on weapon, because life per hit on weapon can go up to 23,900, I think, something like that. So try to get it on weapon instead, and get something like this to use. So in my opinion, this is better than what I have. And priority stats are, as you can see, fire, dexterity, vitality, crit chance, and of course physical resist if you can. Otherwise, use what you have. As in terms of your jewelry, guys, I would say exactly the rings that I have, and of course physical resist again if you can. But the most important stats are average damage and that it's ancient. So you want average damage, crit crit on both of your rings. So this is important. Just like I have here, as high as possible on those stats. So for your amulet, it doesn't have to be ancient. It just has to roll with fire, crit crit. this can be extremely difficult to get sometimes. Like, I think I wasted a lot around like 20,000 death breaths to get this amulet. So, I mean, you can be unlucky and you can be lucky, but this is what you want, guys. If you can't get this one, Dexterity crit is the second best option. So, for your legendary gems, guys, you want to have Esoteric Alteration, and why this is so good is because you will be able to stand and you know, tank a lot more of the nasty affixes that you can get in a Greater Rift, and that's why physical resist is so important. It just gives you so much more toughness combined with this gem. So not only are you strong on the physical damage department, the physical damage reduction department, you're also strong on like the elemental one, arcane, fire chains, molten, and all of those nasty affixes that you can get. Thunderstorm can be really annoying as well, and frozen pulse. So this will just let you, you know, tank all of those much more. So definitely Esoteric Alteration, my friends. And if you want to kill the Rift Guardian, Bane of the Stricken, otherwise you're gonna sit there and you know, it's not gonna die. Also gives you 25% increased damage against Rift Guardians. So Bane of the Trapped, really important. As you can see, increases your damage by 51.30 for this 121 gem, and you also slow down the enemies. So really good, really good gem, and you're gonna see that enemies are gonna be super slowed, combined with Pinto's Pride. As you can see here, it slows enemies by 80%. That's why you know, can like, you have a lot of effects that are gonna slow enemies, and like for example your Tsunami, your Pinto's Pride, and your Templar having Thunder Fury is also gonna slow down enemies. So as in terms of your Spirit Stone, I would go for Topaz here to get the reduced all resource cost by 12.5. If it's cooldown, it's 12.5 as well. But yeah, you want as much spirit cost reduction as possible on yourself, so you can just like spam out that Wave of Light as much as possible, and that's gonna allow you to do so. As in terms of your regular gems in your chest and pants, you want to go for diamonds for all resist. And your skills: Wave of Light, Explosive Light. This is the most powerful Wave of Light that you can use, the most powerful rune, and I mean, there's nothing really that can beat it. You can go with the one that is electrified as well. Like it stays for a while and then just has a, you know, has an effect, and it deals a lot of damage, but it's not close to being as much as Explosive Light, guys. I promise you on that. You can see here the area is gigantic. I will go into Rift fast and just show you how much enemies you hit. Actually, it's insane. Crippling Wave, Tsunami. This will not only slow the enemies, but it will also stun them. So you can also stun Rift Guardians with this. They get stunned, and you can stop some really high damage attacks sometimes. So combined with your Pinto's Pride being, you know, being a slow, combined with your Templar, and combine, like, when all of these are combined, the enemies are going to be really slow and they are going to hit very slowly. So this is super effective to get as much damage as possible. You're going to be allowed to deal more damage when you're using Tsunami, guys. So I wouldn't switch this one out. This is really good. Sweeping Wind, Inner Storm. This is just for the spirit per second, and I mean, it's just really good. It's the best one that you can use for this build. So definitely go for Inner Storm, guys, when you go for Sweeping Wind. Your mantra should be Agility. The Mantra of Salvation gives all resist, and then you also get the 35% dodge when you go for the Agility rune. So the best possible mantra that you can go for. And the Dashing Strike, this also gives you a gigantic amount of toughness. Like, what did I do? Sorry. You can see here, that's my toughness. And when I dash, I mean, it's insane, guys. It's super, super, super strong. So you definitely want to go for the blinding speed on your dash. Mystic ally, air ally, combined with the crudest boots, guys. Crudest boots will give you another mystic ally, so it basically doubles the effect of mystic ally, air ally. So not only are you gonna regenerate more spirit, but when you have crudest boots, and you push this, you push mystic ally in, it gives you double the amount of spirit back. So instead of gaining 100 spirit, as you can see here, boom, it gives you 200 spirit. So that is why crudest boots is so good for this build. So it basically doubles the effect of air ally. So super, super good to go for. As in terms of passives, harmony, you get 40% of your single element resistances from items. Instead increases your resistance to all elements. Like if you have a piece that gives you 200 physical resist, for example, this one, almost, let's say it's 200%, it's going to take 40% of that and make it to all resist. So it just increases your toughness by a lot. So if I don't have harmony up, this is my all resist. So if I don't have harmony up, it's gonna be much lower. As you can see here, my toughness goes down a lot, guys. So lost like 600 physical resist. It's insane. So you definitely want to use harmony with this build, and it's gonna be even more if I had, for example, chest and pants with secondary resist. I would have even more. I would benefit more from this. So as in terms of Guardian's Path, I would say this is a really good passive to go for with this build. Gives you 35% dodge, so you get dodge from lightning speed, agility, and Guardian's Path, and sometimes you take literally 0 damage because of this. So it's really powerful, guys. Beacon of Yitar to further increase your cooldowns. So I would say Beacon of Yitar and 1 or 2 more items with 8 cooldown should be enough in total for the build. But I would say 1 item is enough with cooldown, not 2. So 1 item with 8 cooldown. So let's say either your gloves or your shoulders with cooldown, and then you should be set. Seized Initiative. So as long as the enemies are above 75% health, you will have your attack speed increased by 30%. Super powerful. It helps you stack stricken on bosses that summon adds and stuff. So as long as they're above that, you're gonna have that effect up. And if they spawn adds, I mean, you're gonna get 30%. You're gonna get 30% attack speed back. So it's super powerful, and it will be up most of the Rift. It will be up. So that's it, and let's just jump into Rift and show you the build in action. That's the cube items again, and I explain what they do. Sorry guys, one more thing. Follower. I go with the whole left side here, healing again, and then charge. Sometimes this helps, like this one does nothing. At least this is stunning some enemies sometimes, and I mean, you could go for the onslaught, but I haven't seen this like bother me. So usually I don't like when the enemies are getting stunned and stuff, but this is fine. And this one is really good. Inspire, it gives you 10% 10% to spear generated, so really good. Your weapon should be Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. It's gonna slow down mobs and also slow their attack speed by 30%. So super good for the build. So you're gonna slow with this, you're gonna slow with this, and your Templar will slow with the Thunder Fury. And for your stats on Templar items, you definitely want to go for an Oculus. The best would be attack speed cooldown, and then 85%. And it doesn't have to be Unity. Any random ring with the same effects as I just told you about. So again, attack speed cooldown, and attack speed cooldown, guys. It doesn't matter what you have here, but Oculus must be here. As in terms of your enchanting favor, just have one that, you know, makes your follower invulnerable. Let's jump in. I think I can clear 108 with one key. We can try. The build is super powerful and it's straightforward. You just try to sit inside as many Oculuses. Since this one is not using a convention of elements, you don't have to wait for a damage rotation to come up. This is much more damage, and you will have that multiplicative damage from focus and restraint almost all the time, guys. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to jump in. So activate this fast, and each time you hit with your generator, you will get spirit guards activated, and this is your toughness, guys. So this is a Hell Rift. It's not a big floor, so we're gonna just do this part here and then go. I'm gonna try to proc as many mobs as possible, and bam, you can see the effect is pretty large. I don't see an Oculus, so I'm just gonna slow down these enemies and start attacking. And you can see, look how much mobs actually die at the same time. It's insane, guys. Try to sit in Oculuses as much as possible, and try to refresh this one as much as possible. It gives you so much damage reduction. When you go in between floors, make sure you push this one in or attack something. Also, not the last mob type was good. This one's worse, and the map is also bad. I'm gonna try to be in the Oculus, and you can see, like, elemental damage is not such a problem when you use esoteric alteration. So we're gonna go now. Gonna attack them a little bit, make them follow us. Think we can kill them. This is just 108. I think we should be able to clear it in one key. But you see, I'm trying my best to be inside Oculuses all the time, and it just helps the damage. Make sure, guys, that you always have spirit guards activated on an enemy. That means that your focus will be up as well. So when I attack with my spender, it's gonna activate restraint, and when I attack with my generator, that's my tsunami, you can see it slows down all the enemies and stuns them for 1 second. The stun is gonna be for 1 second, so it's not for a long time, but the slow will be up for 3 seconds. So make sure. I'm not gonna take the shield. I'm just gonna go as it is. Doesn't really matter. I'm not so serious about this clear. But try to jump to the Oculus, and it's gonna make a huge difference. And you can see, like, I'm attacking here, and look, these guys are getting killed. It's insane. So definitely the best rune to go for. Wow, this was a really, really bad rift, guys. Hopefully it'll be better on floor 3. Continue here. Thank God this is over. I can do a pull here though. So attack, get the Oculus to spawn, and boom, the damage is much, much higher now. And then we can move. Damn. Mobs are not bad here. And you'll see here now why this is not bad. It's quite dense. So, okay, unburied. These elites will follow. Careful of the fire chains. I'll do one more rotation, get them a little bit lower. And now we can go. Try to always attack and get focus. Make sure you see 2 icons. So you can see here, I have 2 icons. These guys, and I also have spirit guards up. Beasts have really high damage, so you need to be careful of those. And this one is gonna charge. This guy here. It's a little bit laggy on the PTR, guys. I'm running on, my ping should be like around 200. Let's see. Yeah, around 200, guys. So sometimes I might die because of that. It's happened a lot. So you can see I went up to get focus on an enemy there, and it's gonna increase my damage. They're actually attacking my Mystic ally right there, so need to... Yeah. We're gonna take the power. Maybe we can kill this. This is a very dangerous pack, so I just want to make sure that it's stunned all the time. Because if it's not, then it's going to charge like that, and it's very easy to die when that happens. Power is gone. We're going to go up. Like, I would never stay for that pack. Sorry for bumping the mic, guys. I would never stay for that pack, usually, but now it's just 108, so we can just kill it. Okay. Oh, that was close. Like, these guys, like, on 114, it's a 100% one-shot if they hit me. Here on 108, I actually survived one. That's crazy. Okay. I just want to make them follow me a little bit longer. There we go. I don't feel like, you know, going so long in this rift. It's so bad. Okay, should die now. I'm gonna pick up the globes. Sometimes you gotta be careful, guys. As you saw there, I was like, I don't know about the hitboxes, but he hit me with, well, it didn't look like he could hit me. So you gotta be careful, guys. I've baby raged a lot when that happened, and it's happened quite a lot of times where you feel like, ah, I'm safe, I'm not gonna get hit. So yeah, better being, you know, a little bit, having a little bit of distance between you and mobs like that. I don't see any Oculus. Oculus is probably up here somewhere. There is gonna be a link, by the way, in the description to the 114 clear. I could fish and probably try to get, you know, 115, 116 clear. That is possible. The clear that I had was without conduit and without power. So with those two added into the mix, if you get a good rift, you can go much, much higher. But I had neither of those. I had speed and shield in my rift. So the rift has a lot of potential. Just gonna go to the next floor. This is a good map. This is Oasis. Mob type is extremely high damage. Dark Zealots and Ghosts. Like, on higher grade rifts, guys, I am not gonna survive Ghosts. It's not gonna happen. But on this, you know, low grade rift that I'm doing right now, it's fine. But as I said, it's gonna be a huge difference if I just bumped it up to 114 or 115. I would not survive this. Like, the Ghost would kill me. Okay. We're gonna try to kill the yellow here. I think he's... Yeah, he's still here with us. So, at some points, I will use my air ally. I will activate it to get spirit. And it's getting to that point now. I'm gonna use it now. So... And now I need to get out of that. It's a lot of frozen. Not exactly this, you know, the affix that you want on elites. Frozen is never good. We got speed. Yeah, speed is good. Gives you a lot of damage. You can dish out so much damage in that time. We're gonna slow this guy. This is getting a little bit uncomfortable here. A lot of nasty affixes, so just gonna try to not die. They're hitting one of my Mystic ally there. Damn it. Okay, one elite died, and the other one died. And we're gonna kill the beast. Gonna jump into this one. Do some damage to the yellow here. Pick these ones up. And this guy should follow. Yeah, he follows, and we can kill him soon. Sorry, guys. The difference when you sit in an Oculus and deal damage is huge. Like it's such a big difference, guys. So try to always stay in Oculuses as much as possible. Try to stay in those. And sometimes you cannot see them, as you know, as I couldn't right there. But then I got another one to spawn. Wow, the blue pack is almost dead. Crazy. Okay. I could do a video sometimes and show you like what really good mob types are. As in terms of the best mob type you can get for solo monk, that is the mob type I had on my 114 clear, guys. I can actually kill this blue pack, I think. That's the best mob type that you can get, guys. The 114 clear has those mobs. I'm too lazy to go to the next level. Just kill this pack here. There we go. And spawn the boss. Okay, this boss can be a little bit annoying. Make sure you push down that once the boss fight starts, or you will lose your stacks, and it's gonna take a long time to get those stacks up. So make sure you do that, guys. You're gonna stun him, deal damage. Before he starts jumping, Blood Maw, you want to have your there. You want to have focus activated, guys, and then just spam. And then just stay away from him. He's gonna deal a lot of damage. Jump in, and then have focus up again. Spirit guards, try to have those as much as possible, and don't get hit by the attack that I got hit by there. So you need to pay attention. So before he starts jumping, he's gonna do like okay, that was not good. Get hit twice. Like you can see when he's gonna attack. He's not so difficult to figure out. Gonna stun him. There we go. That attack I should not get hit by. So I'm just gonna stand still and let him jump. Gonna slow him down. There we go. Just make sure you refresh spirit guards and your also your focus. Now I'm gonna jump away. It's a little bit laggy. When I try to do some things, it's gonna not let me do that sometimes, like dodging those attacks and stuff. There you go, guys. That is the guide. Remember, it is not my build. It's this guy's build here. That was the first person I saw with this particular build. So shoutouts to that guy. Very, very nice build. Simple, clean, and just very nice to play, guys. I reckon this will complete 105 to 110 on actually I think it's gonna complete higher than 110 on seasonal, because yeah, right now the clear is 115, and this is not the best he can do. He can definitely go for 116. So 116, 17 is going to be the highest solo monk on non-season. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Sorry, I'm very sick. I don't know, I'm unlucky. The last couple of days I'm really unlucky, and I just got sick again. So thank you for watching, everyone. Last video did really great. Did I say video? Yeah, that's a new word. Anyways, last video did really great, and let's get 2 likes on this video, right, guys? 2 likes, that's all, just 2, and I'm gonna be happy. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and link will be down below for the 114 clear. See you later, guys. Thank you for watching.